Hi, welcome back to Guitar Discoveries. I'm Robert Cassard. Today we're going to talk about a couple of essential accessories. All right, when I think about essential accessories, I really believe the most important things you can have in your bag, aside from picks and chords and the things that allow you to actually play, are these two items right here. Kyser's Dr. Stringfellow and Fast Fret from GHS. Now let me kind of tell you about these. These are really both string cleaner and lubricants. And one or the other may be a preference for you, but they apply in a slightly different way. So I'm going to kind of give you an idea how these work. With the Dr. Stringfellow, take off the top, there's a little kind of a pad on here. It's like a soaker pad, almost like a cotton ball. And you hold it upside down, and then you simply and very gently take it and rub it along your strings. Now, I recommend doing this both before and after you play a set. And once you do, then you're going to want to take a cloth. I don't really have a good cloth with me, unfortunately, but I'm going to just rub that along there just to get the excess off. Now, the minute you do that, you're going to feel how incredibly easy it is to move your fingers to glide them along your strings. It's a pretty amazing difference if you haven't experienced this or if you don't use these type of products. Particularly for people who have slightly corrosive sweat, which I once did. I've kind of cleaned up my act and I don't really have that issue anymore, but nonetheless, these really help your strings stay in great shape. Now here's Fast Fret. It's kind of a similar principle. It comes with its own cloth, which is a nice touch. And it's this sort of black handle-like thing. The new ones have a plastic cover to make sure that it stays nice and moist. This has a string cleaner and lubricant built in. It's a harder surface, but similarly, in this case, I often rub a little bit harder when I use the Fast Fret. Make sure to clip that back on so that it doesn't dry out. And then since it comes with its own cloth, you can rub the top. I'll sometimes pass it down under the strings. This one's kind of coming apart a little bit, but pass it under the strings and then bring it along. And you'll see right away if you have some dirt and gunk that's coming off. But generally, what you'll find is that it just makes the strings so easy to slide on. Now the other thing is, when you're in the studio, it actually decreases some of the string noise, the noise of sliding up and down the winding. I should have let you hear what it sounded like before I put it on and after, but that's pretty quiet. And of course on your upper strings, it's actually almost non-existent. Okay, now why are string cleaners and lubricants important? Well, if you are a person who doesn't have any corrosive effect or acidic effect with your sweat, maybe you don't need it. But if you want your strings to last longer, they're an essential tool. And this is really true whether you're using coated strings or uncoated strings. My experience is that using string cleaner lubricants like these two are going to make your strings last a lot longer, keep the tone more brilliant, make it easier on your hands to move around. They just make the whole playing experience much, much better. So there's your guitar discovery for the day. String cleaners and lubricants. Kyser Dr. Stringfellow, GHS Fast Fret. Both great things to keep in your bag. See which one you like more. Often what I'll do is use the Fast Fret during gigs because it's really quick, doesn't require a lot of cleanup. And I'll usually use the Stringfellow after a session or whatever. I'll put this on because this is the most protective of the two. So it's kind of like you get to mix and match. I don't seem to have any problem with the two mixing. They do very well together. In fact, when my Fast Fret dies out, I'll often use the Stringfellow on it in order to sort of recharge it with some more cleaner and lubricant. So I find them kind of interchangeable, but they're great formats and really worth having. So that's it. Guitar Discovery. Hey, hope you'll subscribe and come back for more of these. These are just the little tips and tricks and other things that I've learned in many, many years of guitar playing live and in the studio. I'm Robert Cassard.